Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we exchange headlines. Well, I share headlines from our city, our state, our country, and then we exchange ideas and questions and suggestions and thoughts about how to best connect with our city, Puerto Vallarta, as a community of English speaking locals. Today is August the 12th. It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Enough of that. I hope you're doing great. We're doing good here at Casa de Luna or Casa de Paco or whatever you want to call my home. And today, as always, we have all kinds of wonderful news to share with you. Ooh, and you are answering the Mayto poll. I always get confused because I call it Mayto, but it is actually Mayto with an accent on the A, not on the Y. But anyhow, we have all kinds of interesting news. Oh my God, so many of you have not been to Mayto. I love it because today we're going to talk about Mayto. And I'm going to tell you why we are talking about Mayto today in a little while. But first, as always, we encourage friends that are joining us live for the first time to use the word new in your comment to let us know that you're here. And we'll be so happy to give you a nice little friendly welcome. And if, of course, you have something truly important to share, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll be happy to look for that during the second half of the broadcast. In the meantime, keep those good mornings coming. Let us know where you're watching from. It always helps me feel good to know that you are all over the place, and I mean that in the best possible way. So this Friday, we have news about all kinds of things. We have a shortage of workers. We have a new lagoon that we don't like. We have crocodiles that ate a human being for lunch. And we have Maito. Oh my God, I wish I was there right now. And you're going to find out why after the news. Well, for starters, we've reported about this before. A shortage of employees continues to be a generalized challenge for Puerto Vallarta and surrounding areas, according to José Luis Jaramillo Reyes. He oversees Jalisco's National Employment Service Office, and he was here in town during a job fair that took place yesterday along the Malecón. According to him, there are other states in Mexico where the problem is the opposite. There are not enough jobs. But here in Jalisco, one of the key challenges has been the fact that salaries are low. And at the end of the day, even when some companies offer a series of juicy benefits, the bottom line is many are not willing to offer higher salaries. So sometimes I wonder if the headline should be region continues to struggle with low salary offerings, or perhaps even region continues to struggle with insufficiently trained applicants. Now, not being one that is either looking for a job or looking to hire someone, it is difficult for me to comment from personal experience, but this is a major issue for a lot of people, and I wonder if anything will change. If you're looking for employees, maybe make sure that you're offering the proper salary if you can offer a better salary. And if you are at a local business and you find that service is not what you're used to, chances are it is because they are understaffed. So we can all be a little bit patient as far as that is concerned. Now, we've been commenting also about all this issue of transportation, public transportation problems between our city, Puerto Vallarta, which is, of course, located in the state of Jalisco, and the municipality of Bahía de Banderas, which is, of course, located in Nayarit, in a different state. And it shouldn't matter, or rather, the different states should not be a major issue. But the governor of Nayarit is looking to claim independence from our tourism destination. He recently declared that if Nayarit public transportation vehicles are not allowed in Jalisco, then Jalisco public transportation vehicles are not allowed in Nayarit. Of course, we have Autotransportes Medina, or ATM. This is the bus company, that city bus company that has been moving passengers between both states since 1979 and presently moves over 40,000 people a day back and forth from the state of Jalisco to the state of Nayarit. Autotransportes Medina is a Nayarit company, but they are able to pick up passengers at Walmart in front of the maritime terminal because it is designated as a federal terminal or bus stop. We have mentioned in the past that there have been talks of ATM being able to stop elsewhere in Puerto Vallarta as they're heading up north, or vice versa. But of course, this has been complicated by this issue of Nayarit trying to claim independence from the joint destination. Now, given the current attitude that the governor of Nayarit has, it is difficult to see if our current transportation struggles will improve or deteriorate. And unfortunately, I don't know of any other destinations in Mexico that have this peculiarity that we have here in Puerto Vallarta, that we are so close to the border state that there are these issues to contend with. So contend with, did I just make that word up? I'm not even sure, but I'll look it up in the dictionary after we're done. Issues to deal with, that's what I meant to say. Anyhow, moving right along, it's been a year, or almost a year, since Hurricane Nora caused the Rio Quale to go a little crazy, causing all sorts of destruction in its path. And there are still affected areas in Puerto Vallarta that have not been addressed by the government yet. I'm sure it's not for lack of trying, but I'm sure that moving forward, we'll continue to see these types of headlines as we approach the actual anniversary of this catastrophic event, which took place on August 29 of last year. Can you believe it's been a year since the river went crazy and it created all that damage in our city? Hopefully, authorities will be able to find the way or budget or people to get areas fixed, but there are certain areas in Remanse, and near the Quale building, that the tall building, that would be in not Paso Ancho. What am I talking about? I'm having a geography meltdown, but you know what I'm talking about. There are parts of near the Rio Quale that still need to be reconstructed. Hopefully they'll get to that sometime in the near future. Another one, Noticias Pepe has raised awareness of this pretty-looking lagoon right next to Soriana in the hotel zone, right on the main avenue. But there's nothing pretty about it. There might have been a hotel or shopping center here at some point, but it predates me. This has been an empty lot since I arrived 20 years ago. But now that it's been cleaned and water has accumulated there, it has become a sore spot in our city. And a smelly one, too. I mean, it may be good for the ducks, but there's a lot of mosquitoes there. And I've heard from taxi drivers that are stationed near it that it stinks in more ways than one. And speaking of stinking, And last but not least, it's bad enough when crocodiles get our pets, but now authorities have just found the remains of a body, of a human body, along the Ameca River that had clearly served as lunch for a few crocs. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of foul play, as in this man in his 30s, I believe, may have been killed and then just dumped there. So apparently, this man just wandered into a place where he should not have been wandering, and crocodiles had human for lunch. So I share this with you only in the spirit of reminding you that when you go hiking or when you get close to bodies of water where we know there are crocodiles, you want to be careful. And of course, swimming at night in the ocean, as romantic as it may seem, probably not a good idea if you are near places where rivers flow into the ocean. Let us take a quick look at the weather forecast and we'll continue with the broadcast. Boom. We all we all know the former president only stole nuclear secrets so he could test out his nuke a hurricane idea. In the spirit of staying apolitical with affairs that have to do with other countries, I will keep my mouth shut. But it is now 26 degrees, feels like 30, humidity is at 83%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees, for those of you that still enjoy this archaic numbering system, we are enjoying 80 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature. Our weather forecast for today says rain starting in the afternoon with a high of 31 and a low of 24. Saturday, tomorrow, rain starting in the afternoon again with a high of 31 and a low of 24. And then Sunday, rain and humidity throughout the day with a high of 30 and a low of 23. I'm loving your comments, but I will not get distracted by them just yet. I want to first get into Mayto mode, and we start with mentioning this website. This is Jalisco de Misamores. This is a Facebook page that is controlled by CPS Media, which is a local news provider. And they have this beautiful Facebook page that often features great photo galleries of beautiful places that you may want to explore around our state. And they very recently posted this one of featuring photographs of Maito and of Maito. And it totally made me feel like I miss that place. I really want to go there. So I'm going to show you the photographs, and then I'm going to show you a video that I made from the last time that I was there. But first, let us do a quick Maito 101 in case you've never been. And this is probably a good time to take a look at your answers. According to the poll, 69% of you have not ever visited Maito. So today I'm going to show you why you may want to add this destination to your wish list. For starters, let us put Maito on the map. This is totally news to you. Here is the southern half of Banderas Bay. And of course, we can see Puerto Vallarta clearly on the map. And we can also see Maito on the map. Now, a lot of times we visit Yelapa, which is right here in the middle, and it's easy to think from the way Yelapa is placed geographically that Yelapa is the end of the bay. Well, it isn't. It's just halfway there. There's still the town of Chimo and Los Corrales, which are a little bit complicated to get to, but they are beautiful destinations nonetheless. In order to get to Maito, you first have to go from Puerto Vallarta to El Tuito, which is the municipality, the head of the municipality of Cabo Corrientes. And then from El Tuito, there's a road that takes you down to Maito. And this is, the road can be good sometimes and not so good depending on the time of year. It is a paved road. Most of it is. But during the rainy season, it gets potholey and it can be difficult to navigate. But it is perfectly easy as long as the weather is not so bad. So now that I've cleared that, I'm going to start giving you a sense as to what to do in Maito. And I'll go ahead and cut to the chase. Maito is a place where you don't want to do much of anything. Connectivity is limited, and the place is rather desolate. For starters, let's take a look at this aerial view. Am I blocking part of some of the things I want to show you? Let me get myself out of the screen. If you don't know, actually, I'm going to put myself up here because I don't think I'm going to disturb anyone. This is Mayto. This is the beach. So here is Hotel Mayto, which is the place where I like to arrive at. Are you seeing this? Yes, there's my arrow. There you go. So here's Hotel Mayto. It has a pool. It has a couple of buildings. It's right on the beach. There's other places where you can stay that are over here. I forget their names, but I kind of like Hotel Mayto because it has a pool. The waters look very peaceful, but they're not very easy to swim in. That said, there's this beautiful beach right south of Mayto, and this is known as La Playa de La Mor, or the Beach of Love. Now, let's take a look at this next photo. This is an aerial view of La Playa de La Mor, this little beach that I just mentioned. It's only like, it's like not even a 10-minute walk from the hotel, and it is a beautiful, beautiful virgin beach. There's nothing there other than just enjoying the location. But north of Maito, it's just paradise. I mean, look at it. We're looking at kilometers and kilometers of virgin, undeveloped beaches. Right here is the turtle camp. There's a turtle camp here where you can take turtle class. You can learn everything about Maito, about the turtles that come down and leave their eggs all along this beautiful beach. If you want to go skinny dipping or go walking in the nude, you can do that. Just make sure that you put a lot of suntan lotion, well, in those places that don't get a lot of sun, if you know what I mean. And here's another aerial view of Maito that shows you again. This would be beyond the turtle camp here. No, that's not true. Here's Hotel Maito, right down here in the corner. And there is a turtle camp. And as you can see, there is nothing there. So if you ever want to go to a place where there's nothing to do, Maito is the place. And I have a video here that I'm sure I've shared before, but it's been a while. And since it's Friday, let us escape to Maito for 5 minutes on this video, and we'll come back for comments and questions after the fact. And that is our Friday visual video escape. I want to be in Maito and I want to be there right now. But first, let's take a look at your comments and your good mornings from all over the place. It's great to read you. As always, Suzanne is happy Fridaying from Chicago. Um, Jill says, good morning from El Centro, calm before the storm. Are you looking out your window and are you seeing something I don't see? Or are you thinking about the fact that a lot of tourists will come back in November? I'm not sure, but it's great to see you, Jill. Let's see what else. Pum pum. Well, I was rudely disconnected and I don't know. Let me see if I can get to your comments looking at another window because I was getting ready to answer all kinds of questions about Maito. Let me open Facebook. And I don't want to be rude because I know that you had some questions about Maito. So let's take a look at the questions that you had for anyone that wishes to come back. Let's see. Param pam 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 pam. Pararam pam 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 pam. How rudely interrupted we were. Facebook comments from today's broadcast. Let's see. Let's look at your comments. Uh, uh, um, mm, 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 mm. Hold on just a second. I am so sorry that we got disconnected. It always pisses me off when we get disconnected and we're in the middle of something juicy and fun. And I'm trying to find a way to look at your comments, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Let me go to Facebook. Um, da 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 da. Stick with me. Stick with me. Aha. 62 comments. Can I look at them? Shit. No, I don't think I can look at your comments right now. So I'm going to apologize for not being able to address your comments, at least not right now. But I promise that as I look at the comments this afternoon, I will answer all the questions that you may have about coffee and headlines, about Maito, so that we can encourage you to visit this beautiful location. Bum, 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 bum. Can I look at all your comments? No, I cannot look at all your comments. Anyhow, this put a little damper on my Friday because I thought we would have a nice community time. But this is what we have for today. Again, I'm sorry about the little snafu. I will be so very happy to look at your comments and answer questions you may have about Maito. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.